ClickFunnels. Like sometimes they want to give you too much control, and then you can't even.
Yeah, overdoing it. Also overdoing it one more time.
All right. Okay. So landing page software, ClickFunnels for the win. WordPress is more for blogs. And then now let's talk about lasting. That's the marketing automation side of things. All right. And we've used a few. We've
Yeah.
used a few, and we primarily the order that I see that I personally love for the business is ActiveCampaign is number one. Not only because it's powerful, but because the price is not high compared to everyone else. Like literally, their lowest package is $15 a month, and you get all of this power. And I'm talking about the latest price increase. I'm doing $15 a month because you have to. If you don't do the annual plan, it's $15 a month, which is still nothing. It's whatever. And then the next one would be Infusionsoft, or now it's what's it called? It's called Keep, KEAP.
Yeah, Keep.
And they're I don't know if you noticed this, but if you look at the ActiveCampaign colors and look at the Keep colors and the logo, it's like Infusionsoft is kind of copying ActiveCampaign. I don't know if you ever noticed that one. Take a look.
Yes,
The colors are really
they have
close.
done something. Yeah, they wanted to do some kind of rebranding, but in a weird way.
So,
But
all right.
whenever you enter the site, it's still Infusionsoft. So they are just in like transition phase, if we can call it like this.
And they're trying to, because back then it was really complicated. I don't know if you ever had a chance to play with the old Infusionsoft. Like, did you ever? I'm talking about like right before you started working with me. Like, did you ever try those that old version? You ever seen it in action?
Yes, I have done it once. And until now, Infusionsoft is confusing because Infusionsoft, the way they think that they are a full CRM, not like ActiveCampaign. So they are distant themselves and the system from other softwares. So whenever you want to integrate it to other softwares, you will have endless number of errors and problems. Not like ActiveCampaign. ActiveCampaign, we are just an automation service, and we have infinite number of integrations. Whatever you are using, you can use us.
Gotcha. Now, what Infusionsoft has that ActiveCampaign doesn't is that you can put the payment gateway inside of it, which is cool. Not the worst thing in the world. I wish ActiveCampaign, and if ActiveCampaign does it, oh my God, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be in heaven. But I remember the builder, like when I first started trying to figure out Infusionsoft, just trying to move the canvas, just to move it. I was like, how do you move this thing? I can't
Yeah.
I can't drag. Oh, you have to press the control key on the keyboard and then move your mouse. I was like, really? Like, this is stupid. But I got used to it, whatever. And then I like the connection. I do like the connection aspect. Like, you can actually plan out the automation first and then make all the connections and whatever. But then you got to go into the details of it. And now it's like, okay, now it's a little bit, it's not as easy. And then you can't link directly to these things either. Not like ActiveCampaign. ActiveCampaign gives you a link for the entire automation and each element, except the delay timers or whatever, but like the emails, it's really the emails. They're linkable. Like, you can actually link to the email inside of like a blueprint, so that way people could see the blueprint. So, what other softwares have we tried that we just said, yeah, I don't want to deal with this anymore?
We have tried bunch. We have tried, of course, the famous MailChimp.
Oh my God, MailChimp.
Yeah,
MailChimp.
we have tried GetResponse. We have tried Aweber. Aweber, the favorite for Shopify people because it's really friend.
Because when you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Entreport. I know I've played with Entreport, and I don't want to go through that route.
I didn't try it. No.
The only thing I know that Entreport does that was really good was a lot of subscription. I'm sorry, a lot of supplement related industries like the powders for like shakes or whatever. there are certain merchant services that will work with that, and Entreport happens to work with like a bunch of those, and that was good. But other than that, I was like, why? It's expensive. You have to do all this stuff, and it was just too much. What was another one? Drip. You know what? I played with Drip for a little bit. That's like an Active Campaign wannabe. Have you tried that one, Drip?
I've tried it once, yeah, but just for testing.
Yeah, I was like a whole another language. All right, what was another one? There's another one I wanted to say. Actionetics. I love ClickFunnels, but
Yeah, actually, it's not my favorite at all. You know that.
Actionetics, man. Actionetics, in my opinion, is like a MailChimp on steroids, almost. Because
Actually, the way I think about it, it's like you go to gas station and they serve food. You don't want to buy food from gas station, but they serve it because in case you want it. So it's actually like this.
That's hilarious. Because hey, in case you want it, we got hot dogs. You want it?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I don't know if you ever seen a Chris Rock stand up. He talks about a strip club. They have strip clubs over there, and then they serve wings and steak at a strip club. It's like, you know what? I'm not gonna come here eat steak and wings at a strip club. It's just why.
Yeah. So it's exactly like this. So
That's
if you
hilarious.
want to do your emails inside ClickFunnels, yeah, you can use Actionetics, but no, don't do it.
All right. I'll tell you one of the reasons why I don't like it, and maybe you could come up with one too. So one of the features that I love about Active Campaign is that you get the tracker, okay? And the tracker could be installed on any website you have full control access to. So if you have your funnels in ClickFunnels and you have your regular website in WordPress, and you can have the tracker on both ClickFunnels and WordPress. If somebody goes to your pricing page and you already have their email address and you want to send them an email to kind of follow up on whatever, Active Campaign could send out an automation sequence for that because Active Campaign knows. ClickFunnels has no ability to do that other than the fact, unless it happens inside of the funnel, like you really can't do much. You can't do much automation unless it happens inside of the funnel. So that's one of the things that I don't like about it. So if you're sending out emails based off of behavior on website visits, Actionetics will not do anything that's not inside of ClickFunnels. That's one reason I don't like it. What else? Let's see.
It doesn't have those extra elements that you have in Active Campaign that you can use. For example, I want to use deal here, or I want to use trigger. For example, a custom field that is a trigger, a custom field that is a goal. There is no goal method in ClickFunnels, so you have to come up with some kind of loops to stop the emails, and you have to come up with some loops to do some kind of delay, and the delay will be like based on the previous email, not on the user action. But when it comes to emails, you want everything to be the trigger, and the goal would be the user action, not what you are sending, but what they are doing. So yeah, it lacks a lot of things. It's just a complementary for ClickFunnels, and the idea that they are relying on SMTP server and like a third-party SMTP server, it's not good. Like
Right.
If you have any problems with your SendGrid or whatever you are using, Mailgun or whatever you are using, then the emails will not be fired. This is just not right, because you are using it to send your email. So why they are asking you to subscribe to another SMTP server?
Right. So like you when you get Actionetics, you actually also have to get a sending mail service, and those sending mail services is a whole separate subscription, and that's annoying. And then you know what? I like the fact that you said that you have a trigger and you have a goal. Actionetics can technically do it, but because we know programming and we know the little tricks with the tags and stuff, we can figure it out. And then then it's like, okay, what's the best way to do this? With this, we got this smart trigger, we have the smart list, we've got these tags. Like we can figure it out, and that process alone is like, oh my god, I have to think of an idea. And then, unfortunately, when you're in a situation like that, you actually have to think ahead too. But what happens if this happens, and that means that we could get a false positive. I'll give you an example we had recently with a client. She's using Kajabi for her membership site, right?
Yeah.
And Kajabi, in order for Kajabi sale to be recognized with ActiveCampaign, we had to have a notification sent to ActiveCampaign. So since we're always crushing out these funnels pretty quickly, we have our like streamlined process. But when you throw in a new software, now we have to constantly think of, okay, how does this communicate with this? How does this communicate with that? But you're talking about multiple software. It's normal. But if you're talking about the same software, ClickFunnels inside of ActionX, like, oh my God, now I have to think about stuff inside of ClickFunnels. You basically have to be a cynic. You have to think negative. Okay, what if it breaks? What if it breaks? What are we going to do here? Because we're talking about money here. So
Yes.
ActionX is just another one of those. You constantly have to, when you start creating new ways to do something, you're opening the door up to a bunch of other stuff, other accidents, other mishaps. And then who's the one that looks like an idiot? We are.
Yeah, exactly. And emails, they are always more dangerous than landing page, because in landing page, if you screwed up, 1 user, 5 users, they will see it. You can fix it, and you can then tell them they can revisit. But in emails, sometimes you are going to do a campaign or new automation. If there is one error and you fire the campaign, it may goes to 100 people, 1,000 people, and then what you are going to say, you are going to apologize with a new email that they might not open at all.
Right. And then now you also hurt your deliverability, because now you're probably spamming. The system will see you as spamming at that point. It's annoying. So that's why I don't like to depend on ActionX at all. The only thing I like, it's not even ActionX, it's just a basic ClickFunnels feature, is when a purchase has occurred, I want the welcome message of the purchase. Hey, congratulations, here you go. That's as far as I want to take it. But having campaigns.
Yeah. Those are the transactional emails. You can use ClickFunnels for them because they are just complementary content. They are not the vital content that you are selling stuff. So you can rely on ClickFunnels for in those, but your main automations, no, don't do it.
Gotcha. Yep, I'm with you, man. So okay, we're on the same page, and then I don't want to really talk too much about this, but I could definitely just throw it in there. I just threw on you a new role, and that's the creation of Facebook custom audiences and pixels, and because it's well within your house. You don't need to worry about strategy.
Yeah.
You just need to know create an audience based off of people landing on this page who didn't land on this page, and that's something there. Now, how do you feel about Facebook in that aspect of it?
Actually, Facebook was my biggest challenge because I didn't touch it, and for some reason, I didn't try to touch it. Usually, whenever there is something new, you know me, like I want to be in and try something, even if it's not my role. Facebook was something that I didn't think about trying it, and it didn't come to the time that I have tried it until the time when you asked me, do it. Then yeah, it's not like something out of the box. You can do it. If you put the time, eventually you can learn everything. If you have the time to put it, because it's our field, we can learn everything.
Yeah, and you know what? And the area that I threw on you was basically stuff that you're already doing. You do it with Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics. So it wasn't. It's not like you're doing strategy right then and there. You're actually just doing implementation. Okay, if people land on this page but not this page, I want you to call it this audience. So it's pretty straightforward for a geek like us.
Yeah.
But anyone else, just that alone is the power of funnels, because a funnel has, let's say, an opt-in page and a thank you page. So we already know that if you land on an opt-in page and you land on a thank you page, it's because you put in your information at the opt-in page. So we already know that as far as funnels are concerned. So Facebook says, okay, if they land on the opt-in page and they land on the thank you page, let's go ahead and say these are new subscribers. Like this is the logic behind funnels. If you use a system that it doesn't take a person to separate pages, you're not able to create these audiences. So like, let's say, for example, they land on a shopping cart page, but they don't land on a purchase confirmation page. They went ahead to start the order, but they didn't finish. So now we got to create an audience that says abandoned cart. So that's the power of the whole funnel concept. And that's why I love throwing things at you, because you've already been doing this long enough to make the connection at that point. So, all right, man. I think that